Yo guys, what's going on? So we're doing part 2 of the egg system, I guess. Now I don't want to make a full-on egg system, just stating that now. I'm just kind of showing you the basics so you can make your own and figure out from there, if that makes any sense. But at the same time, I'm also kind of newbie at scripting, so like a lot of people think I'm really good at scripting, but it actually takes me, but I've actually only been scripting for like a little over a year now, so yeah, not that long. But I do try my best to show you things that I do learn. But yeah, anyways, let's just get to this part. So first thing I actually want to do is, I think we're just gonna put this here, put this in here, and another thing that I want to do is so I think we would need a folder inside the player to, like, for your inventory. So to do that, I think we're just going to go to our leader stats, and we're just going to do right underneath here, just local local pet im equals instance dot new folder pet im dot name equals pets pet im dot parent equals player. So we're just gonna add a new folder inside the player. So that's pretty much all we need there. Now another thing, actually, so shout out to a guy in my Discord. He actually wanted to make me a few of these models. So these are actually the models we're going to use for our second egg, because I'm going to keep that egg there, and I'm just going to duplicate an egg and also show you how to make like a second egg. So yeah. So usually what I do, just a little tip when I'm making pets, I usually get the head. I usually always anchor the head and make everything non-collide, so everything is not anchored except for the head. So if you can see, the head is anchored, but this foot isn't anchored, eye's not anchored, etc. But they are welded to okay, this one's not actually. Really quick, I'm just gonna weld these. Okay, so now that we have all this welded, we're just going to close the dog, and we're actually gonna get all of these guys except for that enemy, because he's not a pet, and we're gonna put them into the replicated storage, but we're gonna put them into a folder called pet library. So this will just be our library of pets, as you know. And yeah. So for this one, we're actually just gonna copy it and I guess move it there, I guess. And we're gonna rename it to animal egg. So, because why not? So it's just gonna have a bunch of animals in them. So this one will always be the same, okay? And we're actually just gonna make this a different color, so we know what color do we want to make it. Maybe a nice green. What kind of green though? I guess that. I guess lime green. Why not? Why not lime green? All right. So we got the animal egg, and we got this egg. Now what I think we're gonna do is, I think we're just gonna group these eggs and call those egg. I don't really have to do it for this one, but I'm just gonna do it anyways. But for this one, we definitely want to do it because it will involve the script of it. And make the primary part egg, make the primary part egg. Alright, so how we add these eggs, or these this egg here, is, well, as we can see, it's called the animal egg, I guess. So we just go to eggs, and we would copy all of this, and we would just paste it, and that's how easy it is. And there you go. You just name it animal, and the cost will keep 10. And for the pets, we're only gonna have 4 pets, so we're just gonna have the bunny, cat, dog, and pig. So I think the cat, and then dog, and then bunny, and then pig. And let's get rid of these guys. So yeah, once you have your data done, that you can come and edit pretty much whenever you want, as long as you have your actual animals, because you know the animals have to be linked to something in the pet library by name. So once you have that, we would go back to here, go to the script, and we'll probably make a new variable, local egg equals script.parent wait for child egg. So just so we have that for later. And underneath here, we're gonna do local function unbox pet, and we're gonna put the player in here just because. So in the unbox pet, basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the egg hatching system kind of thing. So we don't really need to make a UI for this, although you probably could make a really nice UI. But for just simplicity's sakes, we're just going to do this all in a script. Although, arguably, some people would say it's not like more simple, but you know. So to start this off, we're just going to do local GUI equals instance.new screen GUI, and we're just going to do GUI.parent equals player.player GUI. And inside the GUI, we're going to insert a viewport frame, which is a new thing added to the studio, which allows you to use models and stuff in a GUI. So we're gonna make a new viewport, so viewport equals instance.new viewport frame, viewport dot size equals udim2.new 1010, and viewport dot background transparency equals 1, just because we don't want, you know, we just want the not the GUI, the model inside the viewport frame. We don't want the actual background of the viewport. And we're also gonna get local pet chosen equals choose pet. So now we have the pet chosen as an actual variable. So if I were to say, so we put that in. So if I were to say call this function, and then, or in this function I were to say print pet chosen 10 times, instead of getting like a different pet 10 times, it will get whatever pet it chooses the first time, if you know what I mean, and it will print that pet 10 times, if any of that makes sense. But anyways, so to get the animation, so we have the viewport. What else do we need? I think we're gonna get the egg. So local egg clone equals egg colon clone. Egg clone dot parent equals viewport. And the reason why I anchored the heads, shut up phone. But the reason why I anchored the heads in the pets is because if they're not anchored, they will just fall forever in the GUI. So yeah, that's why we anchor the head. So now we have the egg. I think we want to actually, the egg's already anchored. Yeah, the egg's already anchored, so we don't have to worry about that. And we don't actually need the egg's primary part for now anyways. Like, I would still put the primary part as the egg just in case you want to have more things in here, and you want to, like, I don't know, just for future reference if you want to make anything more advanced. But we have the egg clone in the viewport. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to add another variable at the top here called, not colors, local ts equals game get service tween service. And what tween service does is it basically tweens something. So I don't know how to explain a tween, but it's kind of making something go from one thing to another, and then it will show the process of that, if that makes any sense. That's kind of the best way I can explain a tween. Like, for instance, we can tween an object to fly off the screen. Like, we can put like a frame in the middle and then have the end frame be somewhere off the screen, and then we can tween that to tween in between those, if that makes any sense. So that's just a really bad explanation of a tween, but anyways, what is this? Something I don't care about? I think it's just stuff I don't care about. Let's just clear the output. So we're gonna get the pet chosen, and since we actually had the inventory, we're gonna do local pet in equals player wait for child pets. So this is pretty much just gonna be inside the player, not the character, but the actual player. It's just going to be, you know, the folder called pets, which we added earlier this episode. Well, this video, I guess. But we're going to actually make another local function at the top here. And this function is going to be called rotate tween, I guess. And here we're just going to have the object and the rotation. So in this, we're going to do local ti equals tween info dot new, and I guess just for the sake of this video, like, again, you could probably go way more advanced into this stuff, but I'm just going to keep this nice and like as simple as I possibly can. So yeah, so to rotate this, we're going to just put 0.1. So it's going to take 0.1 seconds. Then we're going to do enum.easing style .linear and enum.easing direction dot I guess out will work. So basically what these do are, it'll just linearly, I don't know if that's a word, it'll just tween linear. So it won't do any like elastical tweens or bouncy tweens, or there's some other stuff in here you can do. It's just a linear tween. And the easing direction is like kind of like, will it transition more outwards, or will it transition more inwards, or will it kind of do both? That's kind of the best way I can explain that too. But anyways, we're going to do local properties equals, and in the properties we're going to put rotation equals rot, because this is a rotation tween, and the rotation is, you know, whatever we like put in the rotation. Next one we're going to do is local tween equals ts :create ti, oh wait, no, object ti properties, and then we're just going to do tween :play. So basically whenever we call this function, it will tween, it'll rotate whatever object we put in it, and whichever way we want it to put in it, and it'll take 0.1 seconds. Now we could add another variable up here to, or I guess another parameter, up here to, for the time, but for now we're just going to stick with 0.1. So now that we have that, what we're gonna do is echelon.parent equals viewport. I think we're gonna do local camera equals instance.new camera, camera.parent equals viewport, and then viewport.current camera equals camera. Now we're going to do camera.cframe equals cframe.new, and we're actually going to do, actually no, we don't need to do that because we have the primary part. But I am going to make a new variable for that, so local head equals actually no, sorry, this isn't the pet. Yeah, this is the egg. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Alright, so local position, I guess, equals egg clone dot primary part dot position. I guess that'll work. And the cframe will equal vector3 dot new pose dot x, pose dot y, and pose dot z. I think we're gonna do, let's try plus, like, let's just try plus 10. Actually, no, maybe not 10. Maybe like 5. Let's just try 5 and see how big that egg is. Then we're going to do a comma and then pose. So this will actually just position the camera 5 studs in front of the egg. and then we're just going to parent the UI to the player. But I think what we're going to do is way up here, before we even do the GUI stuff, I think we're going to actually just parent it to the player, just in case, I don't know, if a player leaves while they're hatching an egg or something, at least they have, you know, the pet in their inventory before all this other code runs. But anyways, so I think we're gonna do, what should we name this? Local player pet? Have we used that yet? I don't think so. I gotta get way better with variables. Like, that's one thing I'm really bad with, is variables. So anyways, local player pet equals, I think it's called pet library or library. Where is the library? Oh, we don't have a library yet. Okay, so to make this slightly easier and less, you know, filling, we're gonna put the eggs in here, and we're just gonna call this config. This is what I normally do. So now we have a config in the pet library. So right here, we're going to do local library equals rs, wait for child, pet library, and local eggs equals require rs, wait for child, equals library, wait for child eggs, and there we go. Oh, actually, it'll be wait for child config now. We don't need to change this stuff because we only use the eggs for like that one thing anyway. So yeah, there we go. And then I got the data, cost, pets, and yeah. So back to this, we're going to do local player pet equals library, wait for child, and then we're going to do pet chosen, clone, player pet. Actually, we don't even need this as a variable. We can just do, we can literally just do this. Equals pet inv. So there we go. We can just add this one simple line, and it will just wait for whatever pet is chosen. It will clone it, and then it will parent it to your player, to your player's inventory. That is, anyways. And that's before it even does this GUI stuff. And I think we're also going to do print player.name hatched a pet chosen, just so we know what the player hatched. So it's gonna clone it, and then it's gonna print player hatched a whatever. So if we actually go back down here to the mouse click function and do, so if coins dot value greater or equal than cost, then we're just going to unbox pet with the player. I'm just gonna add this just so we don't have eggs constantly in our face. But yeah, let's test that egg. So how many coins do I have? Oh, I have plenty of coins. Okay, yeah, we're good. I think that was this egg right here. But it's just this egg right over here. So it says I hashed a cat. So if we go to our player, okay, so as we can see, we get the cat, and it did clone it, but I don't think it put the UI on us. Here, let's just actually disable this real quick, just so it's not in our way. And let's click play again. So let's see what was happening. Let's clear the output and see what's going down. So we click this. Said I hashed a cat. I don't see the UI. Did I not parent the hold up. I think I did. This is cringe. Did I not parent the viewport frame? So it is putting the UI, but yeah, like I said, I didn't parent the viewport. So we're just gonna do viewport.parent equals GUI. And there we go. We should now get an egg in front of our face when we click this egg. And there's the egg. And now we'll have a bunch of eggs in front of our face that are going to be deleted soon. And yeah, there they go. So what we're going to do actually is we're going to parent it. So we have it parented. So now we just gotta tween it, I mean. So what's it called? Rotate, tween. So we're just gonna wait 1. Then I think we're gonna do for I equals 1 to 5. So this will just run this 5 times. So we're just gonna not tween info. Rotate tween viewport, and let's have it go with 25. Wait 0.1. Rotate tween -25. Wait 0.1. And I gotta put the viewport here too. So yeah, that should be good. And then we're just gonna do rotate tween viewport and 0, just so we can have it at 0. And then we're just gonna wait 0.5 again, just because why not? Not wait. And then we're gonna do egg clone destroy. Now we're gonna do copy this, except for instead of copying that, we're gonna do local pet clone equals library, wait for child pet chosen, clone. And we're just going to pet clone dot parent equals viewport, and camera dot cframe equals we're just gonna do a little head pose equals pet clone dot primary part, because again I made the head the primary part. So we're going to do that cframe equals cframe.new vector3.new head pose dot x head pose dot y head pose dot z plus, and I think we'll do 10. I think we're going to do 10 because that was a pretty big egg. And then head pose. And then weight 1. And we're just going to weight 1 and then GUI destroy. So let's just test this out. So let's see what this looks like now. Okay then. That's a small terminal then. Oh, okay. I see my problem. I forgot to do primary part dot position. Now let's try it. A derp. So when you make your pets, you actually want to make sure that the front surface is the front surface. So if we go to this dog, so we got 4 dogs in a row. So where is it? Replicate storage, pet library, dog. So if we go put this dog back in here, go to his head, go to his front surface, and it's okay. What? It does say it's like that. Okay, I do remember changing all these to front surface. I don't know why this one isn't actually working. Why this one's being all weird. Let me try -10. I know it'll just go to the other side. I'll probably have to do it on X for some reason. But normally you do it on Z. Yeah, even this bunny is... Yeah, okay, so I think it's just the way that I have them laid out. Here, let me try that. So this way they should be, I'm pretty sure that might be it. Might have been the problem. Let's try that. Hopefully we either see their bums or their faces. And yeah, there we go. There's its face. So that's kind of how you make the basics of a hatching system. So now we have the player hatched, and the player or the pets are actually going in their inventory. So there you go, guys. That's kind of how you make a pet system. Now if you want to see more, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace out.